at 8501 South Vermont Avenue in Los Angeles. Oxtails, baked or fried chicken, meatloaf, turkey chops, pork chops, catfish, short ribs, and all the fixins. Collard greens, mac and cheese, yams, red beans, black-eyed peas, and more. And of course, hot water cornbread, satisfying drinks, and delicious desserts. Lonell's is a great place for brunch, lunch, or dinner. If it's good enough for us, it's good enough for you, because we've got your black. So, head on over to Lonell's Soul Food Cuisine at 8501 South Vermont Avenue in Los Angeles and tell Lonell you heard about it on KBLA Talk 1580.
Mama said I ain't acting like a son, cause I'm getting money, mama, you ain't giving me none. You can't buy me them J's that come out tomorrow, so get used to the things that I'm doing for dollars. You said, boy, you better watch your back, your pop's in jail, remember that. Mama, it get like that. You said don't call me for no bail money. Thought I could call for anything, I thought you cared for me. You said, Keenan, keep that bitch by my house. I said I'm 18, you said this your place. No, this is Section 8. Smack me like, bye, you little disrespectful. Like, mama, you lucky I can't hit you. You gon' treat me like this, and you know I have seizures. You know I take pain pills for headaches and fevers. Damn, now I'm feeling less than a man, cause you birthed me and I was acting like I couldn't understand. Sorry, mama.
Let me take some weight off your shoulders. Gotta worry now, them days is over. Oh, no.
I'm sorry, mama. I know I lied a lot. I know I ain't slick. Your last dollars, yeah, that was me who stole them out your purse. What? Yeah, I know what hurts. I remember days we used to go to church. I used to fall asleep, that shit used to work your nerves. I remember when you had surgery in a wheelchair, hooked to IVs that hurted me. You like Superwoman in my eyes. You do a lot to be blind out of one eye, but you ain't let that hold you back. You win on your marathon and ran your laps. I broken houses and sold stolen things to you. I know that ain't the type of thing your son should do.
KBLA Talk 1580. Okay, I'm here with the woman this song is about, right?
Yeah.
How does it feel for you sitting here listening to this?
I want to cry. I want to cry, actually.
Yeah.
This song was this was something that was very special. Very special. I went through a lot. And when he made this song, it let me know he was paying attention, which I didn't know he was paying attention. I went through a real bad illness. And when he's talking about the wheelchairs and all that is true. Like this was a real touching song to me. So for him to go back he surprised me with the song. And I went to the listening party. I think he was coming out with an album or something, and they played it. And like I'm just walking around eating tacos and enjoying myself. So they had to turn it up a little bit to get my attention, and then they called me up on stage. And he kind of was singing a little bit, and I was like, wow. Like I start crying like any mother would. I start crying. So
you had no idea this was brewing.
No idea this was brewing.
He did not check the verses or fact check with you.
No.
That is wild.
Yeah.
So, I mean, obviously, you've been on the whole journey together. Your son, YG, you started as his manager, right?
Yes, I
did. When he first got in the business.
Yes, I did. And when he first started, he didn't have a car, so I had to take him to all of his appointments, all of his meetings, to the studio. I was just being in the studio with him all the time, just everything he had to do, I was there. As he grew, it was kind of getting a little dangerous because I started dealing with a lot of clubs, and you have to go pick up deposits, and you got to go. It was a little rough.
Yeah,
little rough, yeah. Too rough for mama. Yeah, so it was like me and my girlfriends would go do it, and just the way things happen in the background is unbelievable. Really, it's really unbelievable. But as he grew, I kind of stepped back, took some steps back, and we brought in real management. Management that can handle it.
But you got him so far. I mean, you got him far enough to need real management, right?
Right.
Good job, Mama.
Yeah, thank you.
And you always believed in him? Because, I mean, some parents would be like, what is he talking about? What is all this? Let
me tell you, I didn't know what he was going to do, because he went from skateboarding. He was doing so many. He was into a lot of sports, and then he was skateboarding and doing all this other stuff. So when this rap thing started happening, it was because of a diss song. Somebody dissed him or something on MySpace. And so from that diss song is why he's where he is today. From that diss song.
Wow.
Right.
So haters are motivators.
Haters are motivators. Yes. I know a lot about that.
You have a podcast. We're going to talk about your work with the foundation, your work with your son. We started with that very moving song that your son wrote for you.
Yeah.
I know people call you Mama YG.
Mama YG, Shonee, Nene, Mama YG. So I got 3 names. Well, 4 names. Shonee.
Yeah, that's
people that don't know how to pronounce my name calls me Shonee.
Shonee, yeah. I have a sister. Well, I had, rest in peace. I had a sister named Shonee.
Oh, okay.
So that's how I read it.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, an amazing sister named Shonee. Yeah, but you're like a Beyonce. You like to use the one word, the one name.
No, I just let people call me whatever they feel like calling me, and that's like whatever they feel like calling me, because sometimes it may not be nice what they call me. So
yeah, I'm familiar with that.
Yeah, you're familiar with that. Yeah, so
in talk radio, if you're not making somebody mad, you're not doing your job.
Exactly, that part. So I'm used to it.
Okay, I want to have you introduce your partner, but my brain is still stuck on you sitting here hearing the song. What was the thing? The piece of that, the lyric or the sentiment that just got you, that you just hit you from that piece?
Oh, God. Really? The part that he said, and this could be a story, but we're going to make it short. The part that he said, your last dollars, that was me that stole them out your purse. When he said that part, that really stuck to me, because I was dating somebody at that time. And I thought the guy that I was dating was stealing money from me. So it would be, I'm like, okay, I can't trust you. That went all the way left. And then when he put this on the song, I'm like, oh my God, I need to go back and apologize all the time. So that part stuck out really big to me, because I knew what the situation I went through behind that. When money would come up missing, I was always accusing the person I was with a lot. And I was dating somebody at that time. Wow. Yeah. So that hurt. But the song overall was just touching, because like I said, I didn't know he was paying attention. He was in his mid-teens when I was sick like that, and in a wheelchair and going through a lot of the medical issues that I had. So I didn't know he was paying attention. Yeah. And for years later to hear him put it in a song was special.
Yeah, it's wild. I mean, as a mother. Yeah.
Then I wanted to whip him for stealing from me too. I was you're not too good to get your whooped,
I want to hug you and then beat you.
Exactly.
As a mama, I know I would be shocked. What? You were really listening? Because especially teenagers, especially teenage boys, just have a special way of not listening.
That's so true. He was doing so much at the time. And I'm like, no way he remembers. When he went, he started talking about the wheelchairs, the surgeries, the seizures, everything. My kids, it was so much going on in our lives at that time. My daughter's the oldest, so if anybody remembered, I would feel like it would be my daughter. But for him to remember and put it in a song and dedicate it to me, very special.
Yeah, that
was very special.
Introduce me to your partner in, I'm not going to say partner in crime.
Yeah.
Partner in,
you can say
partner in podcasting. Let's call it that.
Yes, Kamesha Wells. She's my partner. Actually, it's an amazing thing because we've been working together for a long time. Kamesha does a lot of philanthropy as well, and she does birthday parties. Kamesha, you want to? This is
I was
Wells,
on your
everybody.
Instagram, Kamesha. Nice to meet you, Kamesha Wells. I was on your Instagram, and I was like, "Oh, this woman is the birthday queen of the stars." Like, I think I saw Dream on there. All kinds of little Hollywood superstar children.
Right. Yeah, so Royal Divas, me and the husband started that back in 2018, to teach girls self-care and stuff like that. Yeah. So it's really, really amazing. Putting smiles
So you guys
on.
podcast together, you do philanthropy together. And
and we've been working. She was doing my grandkids' birthday parties. She was coming
That's
to
how we
my
met.
events years ago, just pulling up, doing her philanthropy part of the event that I was given. And we never... Like, it was just, we were just at events together, or she would do my parties. She would come and just work, do what she was supposed to do and just work and leave. Right. 2 years ago, she approached me and asked me, can we do an event together, me and her? And I'm like, wow, yeah, we can, let's do something together. And she just said, I feel like, me and you would make a good team. We did a Christmas event in Santa Monica. It was an amazing event. We put together ourselves and did it. Right. And from that point on, we just been growing. We did podcasts. We just been doing all kind of stuff. We just, everything. Yes. The sky is the limit with us. Yes.
Yeah. Well, it's nice meeting you. And I look forward to this conversation about the philanthropy and the really innovative things you guys are doing. And that is what we're up to today. 800-920-1580 if you got a question or you want to chime in. Also, we're streaming right now on YouTube at KBLA 1580 if you want to see the lovely partners in politics and me, but y'all see me every day. You're listening to KBLA Talk 1580.
KBLA Talk 1580 is an intervention. When we come forward, includes you. KBLA Talk 1580, turning pain into power.
1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. You ready?
Somebody make some noise in this joint.
KBLA Talk 1580 celebrates its 4th anniversary this year on Juneteenth.
Here we go again.
Hard to believe 4 years has gone by so fast.
Oh my God.
But here we are, still standing, still loving and serving our people as best we can.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
To celebrate our 4th anniversary, we have 4 big events, and you're invited to all of them.
She got a lot to say.
Let's do this.
Let's get it on.
On Wednesday, June 18th, we go live on C-SPAN for the 2nd consecutive year with our Climate Justice plus Black Health Symposium. Tavis Smiley will moderate an all-star panel of thinkers and influencers as we continue our vitally important climate justice work.
Hey, Tavis Smiley, call the bomb.
On Thursday, June 19th, you're invited to join us as we celebrate Juneteenth and our 4th anniversary. There'll be plenty of food, fun, great music, good vibes, and all of your favorite KBLA Talk 1580 hosts will be there.
Yeah, man.
Flip the beat. On Saturday, June 21st, there are 2 big events you're invited to attend.
I can't wait to hear it.
This year, KBLA Talk 1580 continues its annual partnership with the Empowerment Congress for a community celebration and dialogue to educate, engage, and empower. This year's theme is resilience in the face of chaos.
Can't wait to see what's up next.
Y'all ain't ready for this.
And new this year is our State of Black Women in Los Angeles Symposium, moderated by Dominique DiPrima, with a luncheon to follow. Dominique will be leading a dialogue with some of the most impactful Black women leaders in Los Angeles, and you're invited to join.
This is it.
All of these events are free, but seating is limited, so you must register in advance at our KBLA1580.com website, where you can find all the details you need about each event.
Check it out.
It's our 4th anniversary, and we would love to celebrate it with you.
I love you guys so much. There's nothing you can do about it.
We're KBLA Talk 1580.
The only black talk radio station west of the Mississippi.
Thank you for having our black.
Happy anniversary, KBLA.
Love you.
Thanks for waking up with Dominique DiPrima on KBLA Talk 1580.
Smoking, drinking, and the ice thing ain't on nothing.
bustin'. Got it on me when I'm in a function. Stare too hard and I'm bustin'. Got it on me, can't duck this. And it's too big, I can't touch. This is West Coast, you can't with South Central, all the way to Sunset.
From Compton, all the way to Sunset. I ain't bumming if I can't get the in. If I'm bumming, then you know I bring the bloods in. Blood in, blood out, bitch, we thuggin'. Throwing up gang signs on that I so much they try to hit me with a hate crime. Chances I'ma take mine. Good, gotta fly across state lines. Yeah, got your lady spoiled. 100 bottles at the crib, no baby oil. Yeah, got your lady spoiled. 100 bottles at the crib, no baby oil.
KBLA Talk 1580. Shonee, a.k.a. Mama YG, is here. And you're over here dancing to your son's music.
I'm his biggest fan.
Yeah, really?
Yes, I'm his biggest fan. Like, I be turning up on stage. Them girls he be having on stage, I be like, y'all need to get back. Let mama do it, because they just stand on stage. They don't be doing nothing.
Right?
Wow.
Let
Yeah.
mama do it. We're also joined by author Kamesha Wells. She's the CEO of Wells Group Home, Royal Divas Kids Mobile Spa, and the partner in podcasting of Mama YG. So his biggest fan. None of the lyrics, none of it bothered you. The cussing, the drinking, the banging, none of it bothered.
None of it bothered me. I mean, he was doing. I had already established what he was doing before he started doing it, and even though I didn't like it, I supported him because I was like, I'd rather you be at home, and I support you instead of you in the streets.
Yeah, I wish more of us thought that way.
Right.
You I see you nodding, Kamesha. You co-signing on that?
Oh, yes, definitely, because I got boys. So I'd rather them do that, too, than be on the street. They can be out there gangbanging, in jail, drugs.
Yeah, I mean, I keep
definitely.
I keep my house stocked with food and snacks and stuff
Right.
because I want them to come here.
Yeah,
Come
I got
here.
a lot of heat from mothers, other mothers.
Really, I bet.
That was not like so supportive, even close friends and stuff that wasn't so supportive of me being supportive of him.
They
kept
judged
saying,
you.
Yeah, I was being judged a lot. Of course, now nobody wants to judge. Everybody wants to be around and hang out. But in the beginning, yeah.
Okay.
In the beginning, I was being judged. But I'm like, my house was the house that I let them build the studio. Mustard, they all started at my house. Mustard literally lived with me, started at my house, and I would let them do everything at my house. My door was unlocked because they was constantly coming in and out, people coming in and out for the studio. But my kids was safe. It was safe. I was there. I knew where they were, and everything was safe. And now, look where they're at, both of them, him and Mustard. I'm so proud. I'm so proud of them. Him, Mustard, and Ty. I can't leave Ty out because they started together, and I'm so proud of all three of them.
Did you see it coming? I mean, did you think he's going to be this big internationally known star?
No.
Or that Mustard would? But you just support him on the strength.
I just supported him on the strength. When he did Tooted and Booted and it got as big as it did, and, he kind of got stuck and was trying to figure out, which way he was going to go. But Tooted and Booted went so far. He was like, everybody was calling him, what is he coming out with next? What is he doing next? What is he doing next? And I guess for an artist, that's you really have to sit and figure it out. Like,
yeah, it's pressure.
Yeah, it's a lot of pressure. So he went through that pressure. And I guess we all went through the pressure. It was like, okay, you got to come back with something because you got everybody on this Tooted and Booted. But he came back, and he came back hard. And from at that point, I knew it was
a calling.
It was definitely a calling. Yeah.
Yeah. And what's your perception, Kamesha? I mean, I'll tell you, I've been judged a lot too because my child is very talented with computers and online and editing and filmmaking. And a lot of mamas are like, they should get 20 minutes of screen time.
Right.
And I'm not going to be that mama. Your kid turns out to be Steve Jobs. Mom wouldn't let me use the computer.
Exactly. That part.
But we do get judged. And you're around a lot of babies in these diva parties, these super plush baby parties. And I think especially as black mamas, we can be a lot more restrictive and have tough rules.
We are. But I think what Shonee have done and stuff like that and opening her home to everyone and supporting your son, I think that's major and big. More moms need to do that, to be honest. More moms need to do that.
Yeah, I do. I agree with that. I mean, even if it looks like you're letting them, quote unquote, run wild.
Yeah. Exactly. They're running wild
they're
in my
your
house.
home.
Yeah.
They're in my house. They're being watched. I know they're safe. Like, you know, the majority of the time they was at house. They was at home. Mustard was there making beats. Like, Mustard mom used to call me. Is he okay? What are they doing? Are they really in? I'm like, Mustard is here. If anything, my child was a little bit more wilder than Mustard. You know, Mustard would be doing his job making beats. My son's at the club. Like,
networking.
Like, yes. I'm like,
right.
No, but they were good. I'm like, I have them. Like, don't worry about it. And I would feed everybody. Like, my house was just the house. That's where it all started at.
That's the place to be.
And that's a blessing to see them now, and to know all of them. They know where we started at. That's a huge blessing. Nothing but God.
And I yes,
yeah,
yes, amen to that. And I know that there's it's really important to nurture creativity. Our Black children are the creative genius of the world, really. I mean, the world, really.
They are.
And so if we can do it, if we can support that, and they can do it with our support rather than in spite of us, I feel like that would be ideal.
Right.
So true.
It would be.
So true.
Do we do too much for our kids' birthday parties, by the way?
No.
Of course you're going to say that.
Because we go way out for birthday parties.
We do.
I got a birthday coming up.
Yes.
When's your B-Day?
June 15th.
Oh, Gemini. Same
Gemini.
day as Ice Cube. Happy birthday, Gemini.
Thank you.
Mine was June 4th. It's Gemini season.
Okay, Gemini season.
Yes.
Happy birthday,
The talkers
Dominique.
are talking. Happy birthday.
Are.
This
Thank
would
you.
be the
Same
birthday
to you.
party every day of the month.
I said we celebrate birthdays in our house, in our family. Like, I mean, they say celebrate every day like it's your last.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, we really do it on our birthdays. We really do it.
I think
do.
to me it's the whole Gemini season that I should be celebrating, not the day.
Exactly.
Not the day.
Not the day. Until it turns Cancer.
That part. There you go. It's my birthday. And my kids be like,
y'all Gemini.
Mama, your birthday's over. No. I got the whole month. When is the last day? And I really celebrate it some type of way. If it's going out to get me some ice cream, if it's going out, I celebrate.
That's the two
I
sides.
might go to the 99 cent store or wherever. I'm going to buy something and do something and still saying it's my birthday.
Yeah.
I still wear that crown. I'm like,
She
it's my birthday.
Yeah, mine is on too.
Yes. We all
And
wear
Gemini
crowns.
season is one of the most fun ones anyway, even if it's not your birthday, because we know how to have fun.
We do.
Both of y'all know how
That
to
we
play.
do.
Both sides
Yes,
of y'all
I like
know how
to
have
dance.
fun,
I like to
Gemini.
party. Yes, we do.
You said both sides.
Both sides of the Gemini.
Yeah, I agree with another Gemini, Angelina Jolie. She said we got more like 26
Yeah, I
sides.
really do.
It's
We
not
really
really
do.
true.
Really do.
We really do.
I got to see which one I'm getting when I call it.
Yes, because I ain't lying. I be on one.
Happy birthday. I love that for
Thank
us.
you.
I love that for us.
Yeah.
We should have had a cake up in here, Miles.
I know. We should have. We should have.
Next time,
Yes.
next time we'll have a cake.
Yes.
So you guys are partners in philanthropy, but for you, it started as your son's foundation. You pivoted away from collecting money at clubs and the dangerous.
Exactly.
The music business is way more dangerous than people think it is, and way more
really
shady than
is.
people think it
Yes.
is, even still. But it's the 400 Ways Foundation.
Yes.
Tell me how
correct.
that came to be.
So, wow. We were living in the Renaissance in Inglewood. And this is when Tootin' and Booted was out. It was blowing up. And our neighbor, he was a foster parent. And he had like maybe 7 foster kids. And so he came and knocked on the door and asked me, he knew who lived in the house next to. He had been seeing all the traffic, seeing everything that was going on. And he asked me if my son and I could come and speak at one of their they had like a teen program or something. And I told him we would love to come do that. And I was a caterer at the time. So I said, I'll bring food, I'll feed the kids, and my son speak. So we did that with Department of Children and Family Services. And that led to, we went and spoke 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months. It just went on and on and on. And then when the times that my son couldn't be there, I would go and speak with the kids. I started doing events with the kids. I just was doing a lot of networking, got well connected. And Department of Children and Family Services, the lady named Marsha, she asked me, she said, do you have a nonprofit? Is this a nonprofit? I'm like, no. I said, when we do, my son just gives me money out of his pocket and say, Mama, go do something for the kids. So I had I had several meetings with people, and that's what started me to start doing the paperwork for the nonprofit, because it really started getting serious. They was pulling on me to do a lot of different things. So I did the paperwork, started the nonprofit. And when I say we went from maybe 30 to 40 kids with the DCFS to 400 kids, taking them shopping at Christmas time, we would bus and take them, and we would close down the mall. We was doing so much. It was amazing to know that you can do as much as you can for the community. And it doesn't take much. It doesn't take much. You go get some partners, everybody do their part, we pull together, and we make this happen for the kids. Yeah. And we've been doing it from over 10 years. We've been doing it for over 10 years. And it's an amazing thing to be able to do that.
Right. Yeah, we're about to go into news, traffic, and sports. We'll talk more about it on the other side. But that's where we met. We met at one of your events. Yes. And, the assumption is, oh, well, you're helping foster kids. You're helping people, system-impacted children. So, why did you make that choice? I never would have thought a neighbor came over and asked for help.
Nobody know how that started. A neighbor came and asked for help. That's where that started at.
That's you talk about neighborly. A neighbor comes in and asks for help, and she's still helping 10 years later.
Yeah.
We've got news.
That's exactly what drew me to her, because she do the same thing. We got the same passion and love, so that's exactly what drew me to her. You don't see a lot of moms, rapper moms, and singer moms out there doing what she do.
Yeah. So, and we'll want to hear more about this, all the details. You guys are doing so many interesting things. That's next after news, traffic, and sports on KBLA Talk 1580.
She's reclaiming her time on KBLA Talk 1580. More First Things First with Dominique DiPrima when we come forward.
I'm Bree Wood with BIN News Now. San Jose, California's mayor is pushing a new policy allowing the arrest of homeless people who refuse shelter 3 times. Homeless advocate Sean Cartwright says the plan is ineffective.
The responsibility is really on them to understand the needs of unhoused people, and they don't.
Critics also call it inhumane, while Mayor Matt Mahan says it's a last resort to connect people with help. A 6-year-old black boy in Orange, New Jersey suffered second-degree burns after drinking scalding water at school. Idris Ikize's mother says a plumbing error at Lincoln Avenue School caused hot water to flow from a gym fountain. He's now recovering. And Snoop Dogg says he wants to bring a pop-up burger van to Celtic Park in Glasgow, Scotland. The rapper told the Sunday Mail he'll serve the burgers himself and hinted at teaming up with Scottish chef Gordon Ramsay for a future restaurant. Get BIN News Now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
Farm Safe 811 starts with you. Always call 811 and wait for any underground lines to be marked.
Always keep safety in the back of your mind. Just stay humble.
For more information, go to farmsafe811.org.
Is this the title? This is the KBLA Sports Minute with Ray Richardson.
It was a good day for both of LA's baseball teams. The Dodgers got a 5-2 win in San Diego. The Dodgers are back in action Friday night at home against San Francisco. The Angels beat Oakland 6-5 to complete a 3-game sweep. 3rd straight win for the Angels and their 7th straight win over Oakland. The Angels start a 7-game road trip Friday night in Baltimore. The Indiana Pacers are up 2-1 in the NBA Finals. They beat the Oklahoma City Thunder 116-107. A game-high 27 points off the bench for Pacers backup guard Benedict Mathurin. The Pacers bench outscored OKC's bench 49-18. Game 4 is Friday night in Indianapolis. Florida A&M Athletic Director Angela Suggs was placed on administrative leave with pay. Suggs is facing felony charges for allegedly running up $24,000 in personal charges on a company credit card at a previous job. No debates, no speculation, just the info you need. That's your KBLA Sports Minute. I'm Ray Richardson on KBLA Talk 1580.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger, Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Why'd I go to the doctor? One day at the firehouse, I was so lightheaded I could barely stand. Even my crew noticed. Getting checked out was the right call. Turns out I have atrial fibrillation, which increases the risk of stroke about 5 times.
Symptoms like irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness can come and go. But if it's AFib, the risk of stroke remains. If you have symptoms, contact a doctor.
I'm so glad I did.
Visit NoTimeToWait.com, sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Catch Prep is now enrolling for summer credit recovery in fall 2025. As South Los Angeles' top-performing high school in English, math, and college access, Catch Prep is welcoming all 9th through 12th graders to enroll now. Catch Prep offers a small, supportive, and safe learning environment to help all students succeed, so that all students feel valued, respected, and motivated to reach their full potential. For the past 20 years, Catch Prep has helped more students of color gain admission to top-tier universities, with our graduating seniors earning a total of $3 million in scholarships, more than any other school in Los Angeles. We are dedicated to helping all students turn your college dreams into reality. Catch Prep is now enrolling. Visit us online at catchhighschool.com or call 323-293-3917. Space is limited. Please enroll now for summer credit recovery and fall 2025. Call 323-293-3917 or enroll today at catchhighschool.com.
Find a righteous rage and don't be afraid to say what you see. We're KBLA Talk 1580.
Where you from? Where you from? Where you from? Where you from?
I'm from P-P-T. West side, west side, west side, west side. T-T-P. What block, what block, what block, what block? 400 Spruce Street. What y'all do, what y'all do, what y'all do, what y'all do? Kill off all beef.
I'm a west side, get racking in the back like what's happening. That snap like instinct, ain't no need for no caption. I got put on by folks, wasn't need for no bandage. I did my stuff like a young ass hopper was handling. Homie threw it right up, hit him with the left, bop bop, 2 to the chin, bop, 1 to the chest, 1 to the wrist. The haymaker didn't connect, dropped him but didn't stump him, cause that's disrespect. Whoa, I got put on, trick top popping, yeah I got put on. It was hard in the hood, I was rapping, my homie said it hard in the hood. I know games from Cedar Block, down from the west, that was that, what's his name in his chest? Just got a car, the homie shit, Sky Stone. Gotta go, we can't pull on.
KBLA Talk 1580. Man almighty. They are in the house. The Geminis are doing their thing.
Yes, we are.
Shonee, a.k.a. Mama YG, Kamesha Wells. And you are getting so much love in the chat on YouTube. People are loving on you guys.
Thank you, you guys. I love you too. I love you too. Thank you.
Yeah. Edward Courtney says, Mama YG, putting the real work in for the culture. Asante Sana, Imhotep's sister. A lot of folks loving you guys.
Thank you guys.
Yeah. And I met you at one of these events.
Yes, you did.
It was just a few weeks ago.
Yeah. It was our pull-up event, our mental health concert that we do. We partner 400 Ways and Telehealth Van, which is a mental health company. Literally mental health ice cream truck. So you can walk up to the truck and get mental health services. So we partner with the Department of Justice, and we made this pull-up mental health concert happen for the college.
Right, and also the Justice Care and Opportunities Department of LA County.
Yes.
Which is how I got tapped in, because my friend is over that. Judge Songhai Armstead. And I feel like my mental health improved going to the show.
Yes.
I think I needed a pull-up.
Yeah. That was our second annual pull-up.
It was a lot of people there.
It was a lot of people. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a lot. But it's private, but our next one, we're going to open it up to the public.
It's private, but you had a lot of young people, justice impacted people, kids who have been in foster care, who have been in jail or prison. kids and young people.
Right. Yeah, because we were doing expungements for the kids that day.
Yes.
Yeah, and we were making sure they had all the resources that they needed, housing resources, whatever they needed. We was making sure that they got all the resources that they had. So that was another thing that was very important.
Right.
And your son, YG,
yes,
got on the stage and really talked a heartfelt talk to those young people in the crowd. And it listening to you talk about how this whole thing came about, I'm assuming that's what you guys have been doing for years.
Yes, we've been doing that for a long time. But when we got into the mental health, after COVID, we got into the mental health thing, and we all need some type of mental, our mental is a little off.
Yes.
Because things are off right now in the world.
Very.
Right.
So, we all can use a little counseling, a little therapy, or whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
And for my son to want to partner in the mental health, on the mental health side, that was really big for me.
Yeah.
Because that means he's willing to talk about it. If you're going to partner, you're willing to talk about it. And so we've been doing this since COVID. So for about 5 years
already.
Yeah, we've been doing this for 5 years. So we just kind of integrated that in with the 400 Ways. Now we have a mental health piece. So we have a lot of things going on with that. We're going to be doing a Free at Last, partnering with Department of Justice, where we're going to be helping a lot of formerly incarcerated people just start when they come out, just how to get back into the world, getting their records expunged, how to go for an interview, how to financially take care, how to manage your finances, just everything. It's going to be from A to Z. We're going to teach all of that.
And all of that is needed. Yeah.
It's going to be amazing. So many people need that. So that's going to be amazing.
Right. Yeah.
I'm just mad I missed it. The last concert. I missed the one you guys went to.
Yeah. Well, it was just, I hadn't heard your son, YG, speaking like that. He was advocating therapy, like you said. He was advocating ways to just reel yourself in and step back. Go talk, if you're not going to go to a shrink, go talk to a trusted friend.
Right.
And it was really, he had on his suit. His suit jacket.
Exactly.
He was breaking it down.
He was breaking it down to the kids. Yeah.
They were listening.
Yeah. Sometimes we realized, we have to meet the kids where they are. Mm-hmm. So my son coming in and they listening to a peer, somebody they listen to, and he really coming in talking his hard talk instead of maybe a counselor or somebody's coming in like they're lecturing them.
Yeah.
They don't want to listen to lectures.
Nope.
Yeah.
Who does?
Yeah, we don't want to listen to lectures. So bring in with my son, with Ty Dollar Sign, with everybody who helped on that project. Like we really appreciate it. We always get someone, other artists to come in and help us talk to the kids about mental health, and especially with the fires and other.
Yeah.
There's been so much things that has happened this year. Everybody's affected.
Ty Dolla $ign actually performed at that thing.
He performed his butt off. He sure did.
Yeah, he did. It was great.
Yes.
I had never seen him live before. You said that was the Ty you were referring to when you said you were proud of Mustard and your son.
Ty,
and
yes.
Ty. You were talking about Ty Dolla $ign. We didn't know. Maybe it could have been Ty from the block.
Right.
I'm talking about. Let me get it straight. I'm talking about Ty Dolla $ign, Mustard, DJ Mustard, and my son YG. They all started together. It was amazing. In my house, this all started with me in my house, me feeding them, me taking them to Ty studio. It's just an amazing to know where we came from.
And that accounts for that vibe.
Exactly.
Because they were all so nice. They were talking to everybody and anybody and
right.
Not giving I'm too big of a celebrity to talk to you energy at all.
No, never. They don't. That's not them. That is not them.
That.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I felt like Kamesha, you've been kind of quiet here.
Oh, I have.
A little bit.
I've been
Come on, spill them
loving
beans,
the story, to be honest.
Go on, tell them what we got going
before
on.
We went to news, traffic, and sports. You said what drew you to Shonee
was her love for her community. Yes. So I've been doing that my whole life, giving back and doing events for the community, for the city, backpack, Thanksgiving, Christmas, everything. So when I seen her do it, she was at, I think I was...
Okay, they're on the radio right now. They can't talk to you.
Hopefully
just carry on. Let's
Okay, so it was a backpack event and YG performed there as well at the Compton Airport.
Yeah.
And it was amazing. Just seeing the smiles on those kids' faces. My apologies about the phone, by the way.
It happens. It's part of life, but y'all can stop calling her now.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So you went to an event, and you were immediately noticed her spirit.
I noticed her spirit. I definitely, like I said, I've worked with millions of celebrity moms and never seen one that actually do it from the heart. So to see that.
And you were able to tell immediately.
I read people really well.
Yeah, you're an Angelina. Are you an Angelina? You're a West Coast native?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. That's what I find. I'm from the Bay Area, but what I finally learned is that the best people you meet in LA are the ones that are really from LA.
Yeah, I'm really from Compton. Born and raised.
Yeah,
Compton. Yes,
Southern California.
Right.
Those are the best. The ones that come here to get famous and stuff, you gotta be a little
because they
more
come
careful.
out here to get famous.
Right. Yeah.
That's where the stars made out here.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. So, 10 years later, neighbor knocks on your door. Can you come talk? Can you help the kids? You did. 10 years later, it's a whole nonprofit organization working with JCOT and the Department of Justice and Mental Health Services, and
it seems so much. Yeah, we do so much. We're partnering with some other organizations with the Juneteenth event. So we're doing now, since it's so much going on and everybody's in such need, I'm noticing Kamesha and I are like partnering with a lot of people. Because it takes, sometimes when they say it take a village,
it does.
It takes really more than one nonprofit to really get. So we're starting to partner with other big organizations so we can help get the work done.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, we all want the same results. Right. We want to help. We want to help the kids. At the end of the day, we all want the same results. So we're going to be doing a lot of partnering this year. You're going to see us really out there. We have a lot of good things happening. We're going to be hosting Compton's. Is this their 25th parade? The 15th parade, the 25th, 50th year, something. Compton's asking our podcast to host their parade.
The Compton Christmas Parade.
Yeah. The Compton Christmas parade.
That one's been around forever.
It has.
And so, are you going to podcast from the parade? Is that what we're doing now, ladies?
Yes, we are podcasting from the parade. Yes.
Last year we walked through it, and it was really, really fun. We walked through it. We had our sprinter. It was really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, you're getting a lot of love. Thank you, ladies, for investing in our young Black youth. Thank you. That's Morris Phillips. And I think I was thinking about that when you were talking on how you have the door open, the guy literally coming in and out of the studio. Everything's happening in your house.
Right.
That was an investment that you made.
Right.
That's exactly what it was. That was an investment. And even though I was getting bashed for it, but I'm like, okay, look at them now. I'm them same parents, and they know who they are, that was bashing me. And how could you do this? And how could you let them do this? How can you do? First of all, you trust in God.
Yeah.
And you know that you want your kids safe. So I would rather, if anything was going on, it's going to happen in my house. It's going to happen in my house, whether or not, like I said, some things I didn't agree with, some things I had a problem with. We talked about it, but things I see that they was really focused on their music, and they all want to steer off and do different things. I'm not going to say that nobody's perfect. So they wasn't perfect, but 75% of the time they were in my house. I was cooking. They was partying. They was making music. They was making beats. And when they did go out to the club, I knew what club they was performing at. I knew where they were. They would come in at 3-4 o'clock in the morning. The point is, they came home.
Right.
Yeah, and they had a home to come to.
They had a home to come to.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't have any regrets on how I raised my kids.
Right.
What I did, the support. I don't have any regrets. I love it. I'll stand behind them 10 toes down all the time. Like, I love every last one of them, and I'm so proud of them.
And it is our love. It is our love, loving them through the hard times.
Through the hard times,
and the good
that's what counts. Exactly.
I don't know whose kids act like Cosby kids all the time.
Nobody's.
None of mine.
Yeah.
Nobody's
kids. Yeah. They don't. I can't even say. Let me give a shout out because they're gonna. Can I give a shout out to my grandkids?
Yeah, shout out to
London
grandkids.
Sky Jackson, Harmony, Vibe and Crew. Your Nene, hello. I'm giving you guys a shout out. So don't be mad at me. You're getting your shout out.
I'm seconding that shout out. Please don't research me. You know, the young generation with the internet, they can find anything.
They can find, yes.
They can. And let me tell Harmony and Vibe from Kamesha, your BFF. Love you guys.
Yes.
And speaking of researching anything, we can find your foundation on Instagram. It's 4hunnid Ways, right?
4hunnid Ways.
You got to spell it HUNNID.
Number 4, HUNNID WAYS.
4hunnid Ways.
Yes.
And you can follow them on Instagram. We're going to keep this conversation when we come forward. What does it look like to do good while doing well while doing good? And what is the mission that you're on? All that stuff is in the conversation as we continue on KBLA Talk 1580.
More of First Things First with Dominique DiPrima when we come forward.
Hi, I'm LA City Councilman Kern Price, inviting you to join us on Saturday, June the 14th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. as we cut the ribbon on the brand new Enel Woods Park at 8703 South McKinley Avenue. Thanks to a generous donation from Heal the Bay, the park features smart irrigation, stormwater capture systems, and space for local wildlife to thrive. And we've built a walking trail, picnic areas, native landscaping, and quiet spaces for families to gather, relax, and connect. This is part of a much larger effort to expand green spaces across South LA with 3 new parks in the works, a first-of-its-kind community center coming soon, and plans to connect it all through the South LA Greenway. So mark your calendar for Saturday, June 14th, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m., and come celebrate a greener, stronger South LA at Enel Woods Park. I'm also pleased to sponsor the Climate Justice plus Black Health Symposium, moderated by Tavis Smiley, live on C-SPAN, Wednesday, June the 18th, from 4 to 7 p.m. at the Nate Holden Performing Arts Center. Just a reminder to sign up right away at the KBLA1580.com website to join me, Mayor Karen Bass, Congresswoman Sidney Kamlager Dove, Tennessee State Representative Justin Pearson, Dr. Cornel West, former Congressman Jesse Jackson Jr., the Sierra Club's Ben Jealous, and other black influencers in the climate and health fields as we continue to amplify the connection between climate and poor health outcomes for our people. Thank you for listening. I'm Councilman Kern Price.
Are you ready to play? Then jump into the LA 84 Foundation's free Playday Block Party, a community celebration for all ages, including live music, dancing, LA's pro sports teams, great local food trucks, plus special giveaways for you to take home. Enjoy an exciting, fun-filled day for the entire family. Join us Saturday, June 28th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. at 2141 West Adams Boulevard. To register, go to la84.org. We'll see you Saturday, June 28th at LA 84 Foundation's free Playday Block Party. Every mother deserves a healthy and joyous pregnancy and birth, and every baby deserves to thrive. That's why the Los Angeles County Abundant Birth Project is here. The Abundant Birth Project is a guaranteed income program that provides cash during pregnancy to pregnant individuals at the highest risk of preterm and low birth rate babies. Although program enrollment has closed, our commitment to Black joy and thriving continues. Through tailored services that foster mental well-being and community-based resources, we provide care and support during pregnancy and after the baby is born to help build brighter futures for our families. Join us in celebrating abundant births in LA County. For more information, please visit abundantbirthproject.org. abundantbirthproject.org.
Nationwide is so much more than a great insurance company. They're one of America's largest financial services companies. Like how I'm more than Saquon Barkley, the NFL's reigning leading rusher. I'm also the NFL's leading husher. Shh, hush up back there. Wow, I might have just set the hushing record. Well, almost. For your insurance and financial needs, Nationwide is on your side.
Nationwide Investment Services Corporation, member FINRA, Columbus, Ohio.
The conversation continues right now with Dominique DiPrima on First Things First.
And man, time flies when you're having fun on the radio. Time flies when you're hanging out with the birthday girl. I'll say girls, even though mine was last week, because it's still
Gemini
it's still
season.
Your birthday. Yes,
it's still your birthday.
Yes. We need more festivities in this world. Shonee, a.k.a. Nene, a.k.a. Mama YG, is here along with her partner in podcasts. And I want to talk a little bit about the podcast because we haven't really done that. Kamesha Wells, I'm putting the mic back to you for a second, even though I hear you're the quiet one.
I am the quiet one.
Tell me about the podcast. You guys do a podcast together.
So the podcast is actually, we started to help small businesses and get small Black businesses opportunity to get on a podcast. We go out, since we're mobile in our Sprinter, we pull up to their business, whether it's a home base or whatever. We pull up there, we go film it, we let them talk about their business. Yeah, what else we do there?
Maybe you can get Tavis Smiley. We're a small business. Maybe he'll do
it. Maybe Tavis on our podcast.
Pull up on Tavis. Yeah,
we will pull
so
up
many great
over
businesses
here
out there that need to have a spotlight on them. That people don't know exist. You know? So yeah,
we support the small business, our small Black businesses.
Yes.
We support you guys, and we want everybody to have a chance to get the light shined on them.
So you guys are the co-anchors.
Yes.
You said, Mama YG, you said what you don't like to do, Kamesha likes to do. What Kamesha don't like to do.
She gonna talk more on the podcast.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk. Yeah, I seem to always take it over. I be trying to let her talk.
She gonna still take it over. So I just be like, you know what?
I try to let her, get a few words in.
Right. See, I'm more hands on the community when it comes down to, getting everything settled and,
Yeah, she'll be working.
Oh, yes.
Be doing whatever, be working, and I'm talking. Yeah.
Anytime you do a community event or a broadcast event, it's way more work than it looks like it is.
Yes.
It's way there's so many details and so many things that need to be pulled together. So you guys have a whole vibe. I can see.
We do.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
We do. So many people hate that.
Well, like we said, haters are elevators.
They are. They
so
are.
thank you for hating.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to thank you for hating on me today. If you had a mission statement for your charitable ventures and your podcast, what would it be? Or maybe you do have one.
Let me see. What would it be? We actually do have one. But I don't feel like I got to dig it out and read it. So.
I think, if I can just say it off the top of my head, I think our mission is to, at the end of the day, help as many
small businesses,
college kids, period, the youth period, as many as we can in the areas that we have available, that we know. Mental health, housing,
right.
Just shining a light on your businesses, trying to help you to elevate as well. Talking to the kids, letting the kids know don't never give up. Dream big. There's nothing wrong with dreaming big. My son did it. My son didn't want to work. He didn't want to work. I actually took him to an interview, filled out the application for him, and the manager was like, "So are you getting the job or is he getting the job?" I'm like, "No, I'm here for him. He's going to get this job." And we went home afterwards, and he was like, "Mom, you're not going to have to work. We're going to be rich." So he was dreaming big, and I was like, "Okay, Kenan, you saying that now? But I need you to get this job. We ain't rich yet. We ain't rich yet."
But he saw it. But he saw it. He said, "He's not going to have to work. You're not going to have to work."
He said, "I'm not going to have to work."
Wow.
And when he signed his deal with that Tooted and Booty one record, he told me, "Mom, you can stop now. Go to the beach. Go have fun.
I know you didn't stop though.
I didn't stop. I can't stop. I'm a Gemini.
Yeah, we don't stop.
We
can't
don't
stop. Don't stop.
You can't stop us. No.
Unstoppable.
Exactly.
But I wanted to say, because so many people judge certain types of entertainers, particularly the type of rap that your child does.
Right.
They don't know what's happening behind the scenes.
Right.
We want to say, well, why don't these rappers or why don't these ball players? Did y'all know YG was doing all this? I'm asking.
Yeah, they didn't. They probably didn't. And if they did, I feel like, just like with a movie, just like some of the things that you see on film, some of the things are real and some of the things aren't.
Right.
Some of the things these kids rap about are real in their experiences and some are not. So I kind of look at it as like this is his job. Like he's somewhat like acting, but a lot of the things that he talks about, that Sorry Mama song is real. And a lot of the things he talks about, he's experienced it. If he hasn't experienced it, one of his homies experienced it, or somebody in his family's experienced it. So I don't look at it as a bad thing. I mean, and it's what people want to hear.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's what people want to hear. Yeah, it's what
popular.
That's how society, that's what they want to hear.
They do.
You know?
The new generation definitely.
Yeah.
How do we find your podcast? We want to listen to it.
Talking Tea Queens.
Talking Tea Queens.
What is it? Talking Tea Queens?
Queens, LA?
That's it.
Yeah, we need to work more on our podcast. We need to work more. We're marketing.
Right.
We had a whole billboard. We got a billboard on Century in a perfect spot. I was in Coachella doing a job because I cater. Well, I'm retired from catering. But I do it. I was catering Ty Dolla $ign's birthday party. And Kamesha called me. I was in Coachella doing Ty's party, and she was like, "We got a billboard. We had this beautiful billboard on Century by the airport." And I was like, our podcast was just kind of like sitting because we both been so busy with other projects. So we got to get back into our podcast. We hope from before the end of the summer, we're going to jump back in and give you guys some more episodes and stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm
definitely.
looking forward to
Keep
it.
watching. Don't give up on us. Don't give up. Keep watching us.
Yeah, we won't.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for coming in. It's a pleasure to meet you. It's time to pass the mic to Tavis Smiley, but Kamesha Wells and Shonee, a.k.a. Mama YG. It's been really fun hanging out with you.
Thank you, and happy birthday to you. Enjoy your month.
Our month.
Enjoy our month, because I will be enjoying it.
Absolutely. Like my mama used to say, history is now, and we are making it together.
That we are.
Yes.
Tavis Smiley's up next. Until tomorrow,
That we
one love.
KBLA 1580 Santa Monica.
I'm Bree Wood with BIN News Now. San Jose, California's mayor is pushing a new policy allowing the arrest of homeless people who refuse shelter 3 times. Homeless advocate Sean Cartwright says the plan is ineffective.
The responsibility is really on them to understand the needs of unhoused people, and they don't.
Critics also call it inhumane, while Mayor Matt Mahan says it's a last resort to connect people with help. A 6-year-old black boy in Orange, New Jersey suffered second-degree burns after drinking scalding water at school. Idris Ikize's mother says a plumbing error at Lincoln Avenue School caused hot water to flow from a gym fountain. He's now recovering. And Snoop Dogg says he wants to bring a pop-up burger van to Celtic Park in Glasgow, Scotland. The rapper told the Sunday Mail he'll serve the burgers himself and hinted at teaming up with Scottish chef Gordon Ramsay for a future restaurant. Get BIN News Now on demand 24/7